Hi guys, welcome to Karma on Deck. I'm Karma. This is your weekly tarot reading for the week of July 28th. Hell of a ride has been July. Let's take a look and see. I'm glad to be wrapping this month up. There's a lot of exciting things coming up for us, for me. So let's take a look and see what's going on for Pisces. So this is fun for me. I'm a Pisces rising. I've learned recently from my favorite astrologer, Akuta. Well, I don't know, it's not my favorite astrologer. Maru is my favorite astrologer, and then Nam, and then I guess Akuta. But Akuta talked today about how hold on a second, I just got a dizzy spell. There you are, that's why. Hi. So this month has been a little bit of an intense energy for all of us, and there is some shifting energy that's going on. Let's take a look and see what's going on for Pisces, guys. So the Emperor is in play. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. So distracted by a Christopher. So I have this ability to understand that as we move through this phase, there's this opportunity to shift. And I'm seeing the Emperor coming up, the Nine of Wands, the Hierophant, which is a teacher. I'm seeing the Nine of Swords, and then the Seven of Coins. So with all of this shifting energy that's going on for Pisces, which we are so deeply emotional, and sometimes it feels like we're in this river, but I'm seeing the Nine of Wands and the Emperor for us. So I'll describe what Akuta said in a minute. This channeling needed to happen first. So the Emperor is all about leadership, okay? And so for Pisces, which tends to be sometimes a softer energy, depending, this is a time for us to step into leadership. That's what I was going to say. So listening to Akuta, he was saying that sometimes it's probably best to be listening to your rising sign, because it's definitely more of how you behave and how you act outwardly. So right now, Pisces is in this emperor mode, emperor mood, where emperor is a go get, where empress is a receive and protect. So the emperor is an Aries energy. It's a much more like aggressive and outwardly focused energy. We do have the Nine of Wands, which is all about balance. In addition to that, these are like some really major energies. The Hierophant, which is education and learning. And what we're finding is that we're beginning to see the machinations and the purpose of which things are happening for us. So the Hierophant card is all about the designs, like what's happening to us, what we're learning about the things that are happening in our life, what lessons we're taking home. And there's a lot of movement within that. You know, Seven of Coins is crossing a bridge. For some of us, this really has to do with going from one phase in our learning process to the next, and actually crossing that bridge and taking the action steps that it's required in order to get where it is we want to go. So for some of us Aquarius, this one Pisces rising, this is your ability to literally physically move from one place to another. So some of us, some Pisces risings, the Seven of Coins indicates a move that's coming up for you. I'm seeing here the Nine of Swords, which is a little interesting. I'm trying to separate a little bit because I'm trying not to identify personally with this reading. The Nine of Swords is about not having a voice. So some Pisces out there are wondering if they're very even effective at all, or even if they're being heard, because the Nine of Swords is like a ghost in your own house. Like you're feeling like you're rattling along the walls and you have to do everything that you can just to get heard. And you're just making noise to get any of this attention. And you're just feeling like, why do I even bother? I'm seeing the Four of Swords and the Nine of Wands, which Four of Wands and the Nine of Wands, which is a foundation. If you look at the Four of Wands, we've got the obelisk in the center and then the four pillars. Usually the four pillars of life means structure and going into your phases of growth. The thing that's coming up for Pisces rising right now, I should just stop saying rising, get myself out of the equation. For Pisces general reading is the Five of Coins, which is the Pisces has this so many different things within the maze to try and figure out. So bringing them all to ground and make a plan. But I want to say something to you, Pisces. We have the Six of Swords, which tells us movement is about to happen and they start to flow away from you. Stay in flow. We have the Hangman, which is the one thing that Pisces can't stop thinking about. And Pisces is all about the stuck energy. They're so paranoid that they're going to get back into that trap, that they don't want to engage with anything because they know that the very next second it's going to close down on them. Page of Cups, Chariot card, and Four of Cups might indicate that there is some travel up and coming for you being a little bit more social. For some of you Pisces Sun, there is the new relationship energy, and that is think about that however way you want to. For some of you in poly communities know what new relationship energy is. So even though you can be within a relationship, you can have a renewal or a honeymoon phase. So there is some possible fun travel that has to do with like going on vacation or being social, because the Page of Cups and the Four of Cups is being outward with it. So you might have a little bit of a renewal and kind of a little excitement coming up as far as that goes. So Queen of Wands. So Pisces, you have this victory coming that you've worked for, and you're feeling as if it's not possible, if it's not going to accommodate the things that say it's going to accommodate. You're deeply concerned that it's not going to be there, because I do see some worry a little bit in here with the Five of Wands, which is defensive, feeling backed into a corner. Pisces is in this mood where nobody likes to be backed into a corner. Nobody likes to come from that place. And when we're in this backed into a corner energy, we tend to be a little more reactive. And so Pisces is worried about that. But I want to tell you that keep doing the work that you're doing. We have the Six of Wands, which is victory. And if you see victory in this Six of Wands, even though it's a minor card compared to our Emperor and our Hierophant and the Hangman and the Chariot, the Six of Wands still holds a lot of strength within it, because we have the victory and focus. So the design in that card is to remember that diamonds are created under pressure. And trust me, even when we're in it, there's a moment where we realize this is going to be all worth it. I promise. The diamond comes from pressure. And I'm telling you, all of this is for your greater good. All of this is for, I used to say to myself, I can't stand that platitude within a reading, because it patronizes the questioner. The querent says to you, why is all of this happening? I feel like the world's falling apart. And I'm like, listen, I promise there's a rainbow on the other side, but it takes this storm to create it. So we have the Six of Wands, and there's victory on the other side. And we have the Queen of Wands, which for some of us Pisces, that means that we're taking on leadership within our business, within our lives. We're doing more nurturing to our business. We're doing more nurturing to ourselves. So I want you to know that within this, there is this victory for you. So don't worry, the pauses won't be too long. You're being asked to come from individual and independence, divine masculine and divine feminine balance, and being that forward go get instead of waiting for you to receive. So the Emperor is go get. So between the Emperor and the Queen of Wands, that is you stepping into leadership a little bit more, Pisces, instead of just loving on everything. Actually go do, Capricorn that up. So let's take a look and see what we have to say with the Mystic Dreamer, which is your Pisces moon reading. Sorry, when I channel too many times in a row, I get a little, if you please forgive me. Okay, so this is the Pisces moon reading. For some of you, this is about relationships and emotions. For others that you know that this is your moon reading, which has to do with how you think and feel. Please jump on the website and book your one-on-one, karmaondeck.com. You can also find the classes on there, and I would encourage you to ask me before you decide you don't want to. If it's a monetary concern, I've got some solutions for you. And the dates aren't set in stone. So when you look at it and you look at the dates, I would have lost the entire class structure if I had put a date on it and it would have disappeared. I would have had to rebuild it. So I just built it out for a year. So jump in there, connect with me. Let's get jamming on that. Don't have the dates yet for me and Martin. However, the podcast is coming along. We're going to be on here talking. Welcome to the jungle about what modern dating looks like. And we're going to be getting some Q&A questions going up and breaking out some discussions about what to do next. Woo! Lots of fun over here with karma. So here we go, Pisces moon. Seven of Swords. Interesting. Page of Cups, new relationship. Four of Cups. Ooh, interesting. So are you like moping at all, Pisces? The Four of Cups is mope, pout. We have somebody who can't enjoy what's in front of them because they keep thinking about the one thing they don't have or couldn't get or isn't in alignment. We have the Queen of Cups, which is low emotions. So Pisces is very much bubbling on the surface right now. We have the Page of Cups, new relationship. That was a congruency between your Pisces sun and your Pisces moon, which is the new relationship Page of Cups. So there's a little bit of renewal. Think of that as a baptism to your emotions. Putting some of the crap behind and being able to just like, forget it. I'm going to enjoy this person. I'm going to phase. I'm going to enjoy this energy. Shooting on it so much that we can just enjoy it for its purity. I do see the Justice card for some Pisces. That is moon, which is maybe some legal matters that are coming up that are over your head because I see some drama with it, something that has to be handled. In order to clear it, I feel like it might be some things that you've been ignoring. So if there's anything that has to do with paperwork or legal matters, court documentation. Give that some attention before it becomes overwhelming. I do feel like you can conquer, support, rise above, etc., because you do have the Ace of Pentacles. Pisces is being encouraged to pay attention to details right now. And, you know, because you have all these emotion cards that are going on, the Queen of Cups, and the Knight of Cups, and the Page of Cups, which is all reactive energy. And Page and Knight isn't about mastery, but Queen is. So I feel like you're finding this fine balance between these moments where this is all brand new. Oh, wait, I know how to do this. Oh, I've already done this. Like your emotions are coming up in all these waves where you're experiencing them in different aspects. So emotions are really high on the surface for Pisces right now. We have the Sun card, the Moon, Two of Swords. We have the Ten of Pentacles. And here's the thing that I want Pisces to think about. And I think I was talking to Aquarius about this as well, as the Ten of Pentacles alludes to us having a legacy. And when we have our legacy in front of us, we're being reminded that every step that we take leaves a footprint. And what is that footprint? So Pisces is afraid to step out. Pisces is afraid to put their foot on the path because we have the Two of Swords and the Moon. And I was just having this conversation with a client a little while ago where we talk about the Moon. And when I remember very pointedly the moment where this really drove home to me, because the Moon talks about a lot of different things, but I liked this analogy because it reminded me that all necessary things we aren't often always excited about. You know, I'm not excited about being pregnant, but I want a baby, right? Back in the day, no one now, let's put that out there. But, you know, there's a lot of change and growth that happens in order to have that blessing. So we have the Moon card, which I used to call the Coming to America card, because back in the day, whoa, they'd get on a boat for 3 months in the dark and no communications and this really terrible conditions to go to this crazy chaotic land where there was indigenous peoples and new peoples and chaos and trying to organize a civilization out of it. And people were leaving where they were to go and find hope. And they knew that when they went on this journey, that they would have an opportunity to start over. However, it was terrifying. Terrifying, right? Holy shit, we're getting on a boat, going to nowhere. Are we going at all? Is it as good as they say they are on the other side? I'm going to have to change that analogy because I just heard somebody in my head pick it apart. Sorry, I'll find another one. Anyways, Two of Swords is indecision. So remember, analysis paralysis. Indecision is a decision. That means you like things just the way they are. And until you get decisive, decide. Indecision is a killer, guys. I'm telling you, when you get in that stuck energy, it will repeat itself. Oh, you like this? Okay, good. I'm doing my job. The universe is going to bring you over and over and over again the same patterns because you say it's okay. You know, it's like somebody delivering you a pizza and you're going, oh, thanks. And you signed for it and you opened it up. And well, I didn't order anchovy. Who eats anchovy? We didn't say anything. You just want the pizza. It's okay. It's whatever. So we do this in our relationships a lot. I mean, mostly we do this in our relationships where it's like, it's okay. It's not terrible. So it's not bad, you know, but it's not the joy that I want either. So we find ourselves staying in these positions longer than we should. We stay at the jobs we hate because it's paying the bills and we have food at night. Maybe miserable. I hate the city that I live in. I hate the house that I live in. And yet I stay because I don't want to shake things up because this is good enough. So with the Two of Swords, indecision, there's this moment where we get caught in the pauses and we get stuck and we don't want to move. So we're fearful of letting go of what we have because there is this possibility that we could have less, that we could be alone, that we could be broke, we could be hungry, that we, you know, whoa, I just might as well just stop messing with things. I'm not going to poke it, right? But we have the Hermit, dead center, which is about evidence. So Pisces, you're being asked to start paying attention to the structure, the design, the pattern, the path, journey, because of your footprint. What are you leaving behind? Where are you going? What are you creating? What are you designing? Your legacy is calling you, Pisces. You have a lot more power than you think you do. We have the Sun card and all these beautiful emotions that are going on. And with the Empress in play, it's time. It's harvest time. It's time to unpack. It's time to deliver the baby because she's pregnant, right? It's time. It's harvest. It's reaping, it's beauty. So Katrina, hi, you've been coming up for me, your name recently, often. I don't know why. Hello. So the Hermit card is about isolation usually, and being that monk, being that person that pulls the right information out. So find out what your path is and try to decide what it is you want more of. Don't say what you don't want. I don't want to be unhappy. Well, I want to be happy, but you've got to decide what happy looks like. And you've got to decide that you're the bringer of it. There isn't any external force that can supply that to you. And like one of my favorite things to repost, whenever it pops up, I'll throw it out there, where it says there's no chemical solution to a spiritual problem. There is no problem. It's awareness, it's knowing, it's figuring it out, knowing that you're perfect just the way you are. So there's often these questions about what do I do? 90% of the questions that I get within a reading is, what do I do? Where do I go? And ultimately, I can tell you based on the choices that you're making where you're headed, but get clear. It's very, very simple. The more you meditate, the more relationship you have with your subconscious mind. My best friend said to me recently, people are texting me right there on Facebook, sorry. Crap, I lost it. So anyway, evidence, the Hermit, legacy, that's where you're at with it. Maybe I needed to be shut down. I'm opening up too much on here. Bunch of conversations. So anyways, there was something else. Hold on. Give me a second. The Justice card is in play too, which tells me that there is a lot of judgment that's going on with Pisces. Pisces, and I don't know why this reading is going on forever because there's more to be said for whatever reason. Let me clear some of this energy. I think, what do I do was where I was at. Thank you. So what do I do? Where do I go? I was talking about meditation in the subconscious mind. So my best friend was saying to me the other day, there it is. Woo! Have you ever talked to yourself? She goes, I caught myself in a conversation with my own subconscious mind. Like there was two, but there is your Trinity, body, your mind, and your soul. So we do talk to ourselves. So when you meditate, you'll begin to learn that there is very little that we have to do to know what it is that comes next, except ask. And when we ask and we are in a place of peace, our subconscious mind answers so fast before you even formulate the sentence. Should I go to that job interview? Should I go out on the date with that guy? Should I pay this bill? Should I buy this thing? I move. I'm going to ask a question, okay? So, should I go on a date with, and boom, there goes the question. See how long it took me to in a linear fashion, structure that sentence. So you already know what the sentence is going to be before you formed it, before you did it, before you do. So you sit there in meditation, you go, should I? No. Boom. I promise you, meditation is the key. It will trigger, unlock, unhinge, open, and you'll be able to see clearly. Easier and easier as you do it, how easy the answers come. So easy, bro. It is ridiculously easy. Immediate, instantly. All right, so let's take a look and see what your cards say from Mystic Dreamer. Divination of the Ancients. Sorry. I don't even know how to talk half the time when I start channeling. So that's why I can only do 2 at a time, guys, and break it up over the week. Last one for the day. So this is the Pisces Divination of the Ancients. All right. Guidance. Okay. So the card that you're getting is referring to guidance. It literally says tarot. So whatever it's going to take for you to get some guidance. Well, this is the last thing that I was talking about in the last thing I was talking about in the reading was guidance. And you know you can trust yourself. Use your tools. Use your pendulum, which is your subconscious mind. Use your tarot. Look into astrology. And if you need a guidepost or a signpost on the path, absolutely reach out and get one. Use someone you trust for advice. Call me, text me, ask me the strange questions. If I don't have an answer, I will find one for you. So the tarot is telling you, look for that guidance. And then I got to pop off of here and go talk to my Bitsy. Girl. So the tarot represents a life quest. And for those of you that do tarot know that it starts at 0, the Fool, and goes on to the World card and beyond. So receiving this card lets you know that you're being called to your own quest. Hello, higher path. Ooh, did you see that flicker? Woo! So it's time to leave the comfort of your everyday life and do the unexpected. Don't play it safe. Instead, take up your sword and swashbuckle onward. I got to put a note in here not to read that over again. Daring to explore every avenue. Don't be fooled along the way, for appearances can be deceptive. It's been a very mercurial time, Mercury retrograde. You see what I did there? In a time of illusion, the last month, the way that the aspects have been going through astrology, and you guys got minutes. You guys are minutes away from hearing me start talking about astrology with a little expertise. I'm almost there. It's percolating, guys. You aren't even ready. You ain't ready. So there's been this time period, this last month or so, has been all about illusion. And so as we're coming out of it, we're taking this deep breath going, what next? So instead, take up your sword. And I'm doing that again. Don't be fooled along the way, for appearances can be deceptive. Instead, trust in the guidance of the tarot, which means processes, path, next steps that will map possible pathways for your personal growth. So use a little discernment right now, Pisces. That's what it's telling you. And insight, it will point you towards your very own holy grail. And once armed with this information, go seek adventure. You'll discover a you didn't imagine. And so your incantation for the week, take on your legacy, guys. Come on, Pisces, tribe up. And it says, and so I'll show no fear, no doubt, as guidance answers seek me out. Consult I will the map of tarot to guide me beyond the straight and narrow. All right, Pisces, that's you. Sorry about the rocky beginning. Love and light. I'll catch you on the flip side. For those of you that are out there, like, subscribe, share the YouTube. For those of you on social media, the YouTube channel allows you to see the whole picture in picture, so you can see the cards clearly. So join me on there. Let me know how you feel your reading went. Tell me where you are in the world. Answer to all of it, guys. Love, start with you.